Hey, it's Soul, and after nearly 8 months of Legion, players are starting to learn how to fly once again, sort of. Well, we can fly, and there's reason to celebrate. In the meantime though, I want to do a quick dedication to all the alternate methods of travel that we've been using in the meantime. So here's the quick top list of the ways that we got around the Broken Isles without flight. Rounding up the bottom of the list are the skills and abilities that we already have as a class. Things like Levitate and Water Walking and Slowfall, Path of Frost, Mage Teleport, abilities like that have been around and they're going to continue being around, but with the various types of elevations and the random water that we run into or run through, having this was nice, and having a party member that happened to cast these spells on you too was also really nice. Next we have the Stormforged Grapple Launcher, or the Hookshot. This is an item that we picked up and mostly used in Stormheim, but over at the Broken Shore, it made some good utilization too after they hotfixed these things in. Sometimes climbing your way back up or down is a pain in the ass. The hookshot made things easy, and thankfully we're able to use it in combat. All in all, while it wasn't the most efficient way to get around, it did offer some convenience, some depth, and a little immersion too. Number 3 on the list is the Water Strider, which is as ugly as it was needed on the Broken Isles. Not to say that the Water Strider was absolutely necessary to get around, but man, it made things way more convenient. It's still pretty annoying when you're on the Strider and you happen to get hit by a mob and you're in combat for just a few moments but you're not dismounted, but by the time you get onto water you sink and then you gotta dismount and get back on again just so you can, give yourself that water walking buff again. Yeah, it was a little bit annoying, but hey, it was a small price to pay for being able to frickin' walk on water. This might be a little bit controversial, but for number 2, I chose the assortment of gliding things that we have available to us. I'm talking about the Goblin Glider, the Skyhorn Kite, that Harpy Emerald Wind thing that I never even got, the Gravity Well, the Meteor Toy, all those things that basically replicated flight in some way, shape, or form. The reason why this fell to number 2 was because some of these items got nerfed or outright disabled. One of the things to survive the aftermath is the Goblin Glider, which isn't too expensive, it's not very hard to make, and it's pretty damn convenient. More importantly, this provided a semblance of control, at least when you had the elevation to support that. And now, the number 1 way to get around the Broken Isles, and you're probably gonna hate me for this one, is Flight Masters. Yeah, I'll defend this one, they're hella convenient. You might not have the more precise control that a glider can give you, but what really makes this number 1 on the list though is the Flight Master's Whistle. This, more than anything, is what makes world questing a breeze. You can bet that without the Flight Master's Whistle, players will be complaining endlessly. Like, why's it gotta take so long to zip around the continent to do the world quest that I feel like doing? Imagine dropping off into Valdesdal and then you have to go all the way east and drop down to do that one Vampirates stupid world quest, and then you gotta climb your way all the way back up? Hell no. But going to like the middle of nowhere in northern Balsharat to take out those bird things, and then when you're done, how are you gonna get to shore? Oh yeah, I gotta hoof it all the way back. Or if you're deep in Suramar City, you just killed a bunch of those elites and now you gotta get out of there, your heart's on cooldown, what are you gonna do? Yeah, you're gonna whistle back for sure. Best thing about this, hey, you can fly, but you're still gonna use the Flight Master's Whistle because it's fast. If I just finished up in Shield's Rest and I gotta turn in my Warden's quest, you bet I'm gonna whistle, go to a flight point, and use that to get all the way to Warden's whatever it's called. I pray to the wild gods that in the next expansion that the Flight Master's Whistle makes a return along with world quests. Today though, it's good to be back in the skies. Share your thoughts on this list, like and sub, and stay breezy.